Hello and welcome to One Way, where we go one way, and that's west. After a really bad ending. So, anyway, just to do the usual thing, if we can move the player now. This is done on a phone. You might hear, no, wrong thing. You might hear clawing and scratching noises to make certain maneuvers happen. Otherwise, it's held at a wide stance to prevent that. But it comes at the cost of performance, such as walking into trees, buildings, pits of death. And, you know, as they say, hindsight is 20/20. It was almost night. The Enderman was coming to attack. I could have just put down a bed and tap it to save a, just to save a spot in case I were to get killed. And we can not do that. And didn't do that. So anyway, I couldn't show it to you the way I would like to, but in the very beginning, if I remember to put it in, I now have got my dryer back. I swear I gotta be the world's most incompetent person when it comes to anything mechanical. Because it's supposed to be easy to replace a belt, but of course me doing it requires a miracle for it to happen, and sure enough. As I said in Facebook, project difficulty 1 out of 10. For me, 9 out of 10. Nonetheless, it's working. Now, unfortunately, I know that the beginning part was a little strange looking, but I actually did try to find a way to cheat the dryer to run with the door open, and I know it's possible, but every way I tried didn't work. And the reason was I wanted you to see the thing running with the drum rolling, so you could see that, yes, I got that thing fixed. So the only thing I could have done was just do what I have done, and that was, now move the player, how about move the player, new thing. The only thing I could do was simply let the dryer run, then pull the door open before it comes to a stop. So at least you could see that the drum is rotating. And we are not in good right now with food. Oh, wait a minute. Pressing. May not be the best stuff, but we need this. So, whether, I know it's not the most exciting thing, but perhaps, okay, this way. I'm hoping that I can line myself up with the stuff that I lost. And, no, I can't move because of this. Hope is that I do find my stuff now. Not all of it is probably going to still exist, because we have this issue where things can fall through the world this far back, and if they don't land on an exact half block increment, that's exactly what will happen. I'd like to move. I'd like to move. That would be a thing. We're probably not, okay, move the player. That was not the moving of the player I would like, but that's what we had, so. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna line up with our stuff, and we just stopped for some reason. Can we just move the player? Sheep. Kind of need that. Because we died, and we're moving the player to the left. Move it to the left. And what I want to do is... Oh, we got 3. Good. Pressing a button. We can set another spawn point. And we got more food. Alright, let's go this way. We're going to go this way a little bit. Yeah, I see the pigs, but we're jumping and moving the player. Now the cows will help with leather, so we can... you know what? It's probably better that we didn't succeed there. How? Okay, there. I don't know. This, it could be false hope, but that kind of looks familiar. And we're jumping. And we're jumping. And the game also likes to refuse to follow commands. It does not like to work. Yep, that would have worked. That probably would have worked and made me happy. That's why I didn't. Alright, so... I mean, this kind of looks familiar, but it all kind of looks familiar. Jump. Oh, well, this stuff's even more useless. Good. Yeah, I think we lost our stuff. We're pretty much past the point of where we were. Now it's just looking for sheep, looking for animals. This looks like it's one of those rough starts or rough restarts. I'm just going this way because I want to see if any sheep or something would spawn in. The answer is no. Yeah, we're beyond the point that we died. So yeah, it wasn't the best way of showing the dryer is working again. But like I said, I know there's a way to cheat the lock, so you can have it spinning while the door is open, and that's how I wanted to show that I got it fixed. That didn't work. Not a big deal. The important thing is it's running again. And it's much quieter. If you have been watching when I did dryer phase at home, the thing sounds a lot like a piston motor when it starts. It sounds very rough and then it gets quieter as it goes. Well, it doesn't do that anymore because it actually runs properly. Because I've read that kind of noise probably is simply that the rubber wheels that the drum may ride on needs to be replaced. Because that's a symptom of that needing to be a thing. Alright, this is not going as planned. So we'll just grab what we can here. Good enough. Let's just hurry. Make a bed. Some leather boots. I put the leather... Okay, the leather boots are equipped. Not what I wanted, but not a big deal. The important thing is we are in a position which we can continue. I shouldn't be ignoring the coal. We could be using this, especially when we set spawn points in questionably dark areas. Oh, we got a sheep. Oh, two. How about we move the player? And we'll put this here so we can keep an eye on things. We'll just eat these because we can. That was a failed jump, but it probably was best if it did. Okay, we kind of need to stop here. Of course, it puts us off one block. While we're thinking of it, let's just make the bed now and make these torches, which will go over here. That will go over there. This will be half replaced, repositioned. Pressing a button. Over here, that I didn't have to actually hit that button. I know that way is a little faster, but we're trying to get back towards the equator more or less. White animal, but wrong kind. I'd like to be able to move the player now. All this game has done is interfere with that ability. Oh, we got some sheep. We need those. Pressing. And again, we have things that are in the wrong position. And we have junk, and that's now junk, although we're going to probably get more of that because food. Yep, we're pressing a button. Position this. Village would really help out. A useful village. Move the player. Move the player. Want to be moving the player. I was aiming. Yeah, we're looking for white sheep because they are the most abundant, even with the changes that they make that supposedly make things a little more diverse, being you find certain colors in certain temperatures. But white is still the one that's going to show up most often. Now, if we're really down to absolutely no food, then I wouldn't care. Anything living becomes dead. So I guess some of you might be, yeah, great. The videos are quote unquote long again because now I got my regular dryer back up and running. Being that I did it, no one would say that maybe the dryer belt will snap and we can jump. Move the player. That game is terrible with and I know that's not an Android thing. I mean, I have literally, while working on my 50th birthday world, I literally smack dab hit a skeleton right in its face, and it registered as a non-hit. The game has issues. That, and apparently it's also not liking to, it doesn't like to save changes. Because in said 50th birthday world, I'm terraforming a giant piece of land for a project that's not being shown yet. And I raised a lot of it by 1 block with dirt. And when I came back, there was a 16 by 16 layer of dirt that disappeared, that was placed down. It's not corrupted, just that chunk, the dirt that I placed down for some reason didn't get saved. I had to do that again. Hey, it made a jump. So, I mean, the washing machine takes slightly longer than the laundromat. And the dryer, of course, being definitely not a commercial unit, it takes a lot longer. Okay, up. Alright, so we'll just stop over here on this side. Actually, I think we can actually stop here. How are we on wool? We got 6, but we only have 5 pieces of lumber to work with. So we gotta do some tree punching. Because Minecraft. Over here. I know this is not the best of trees to use, but because it's not the most abundant, but abundant enough. Break. Might lose that one. No, we didn't. Okay, we can actually reach that one. Might have lost. No, I guess we did get it. Put the food down here, not that it's going to matter much. Put this over here, not that that matters much. Maybe there's a... Yes, there was a way around. Looked like there might have been. Yep, jump. I see the pig, but at this point it's a bit of a project to get to him. I needed to do that. Place. Ooh, actually, it didn't matter. Said I saw it, but hopefully there's no giant cliffs. Because we got 3 minutes of stalled mining ability. Oh, that wasn't it. That was just some ocean ruin of a kind. Saw the lights, thought it might be a monument. I don't know if you can get double jeopardy on these curses. Oh, the blue line on the right is showing, which means I forgot to put this in airplane mode. You might not be sitting through the whole dryer phase. Unless I remember to shut it off. Alright. Exactly what wasn't needed. This part's good. Alright, I thought I saw. I'm not chasing XP. It's not the biggest thing in the world in this objective. It's making that really big negative number really, really big. Oh, good. Yeah, mining fatigue. Perfect. No, what happened? I'm stuck. Not what I wanted. Maybe it is. Now if I can just move the player, move the player, move the player. I just want to move the player. I just want to move the player. Actually, that works. We can do that. I don't want boat. I want sword. Jump. No, I said to jump. We should jump when jump is pressed. Let's try jumping. Ready? Jump! Yay! Stupid game. Oh, we can do this now. Just trying to get a bunch of these. I used it. tree to circumvent the climbing process. Alright, now I'd like to play Move the Player. Ooh, a village, which we sorely need. We can move the player. We didn't say stop. We didn't say micro jump. Yeah, it's getting dark. First house we will be sleeping in. Move the player. Move the player. How about bed? Game not very smart. And I literally tapped to the left of the villager to not hit him. Yep, break it. Kind of important. Break it. Well, that's not what we meant to do. Okay, how about we tap? We're tapping. We're tapping. Why are we not reacting? Wow, is this game dumb? And over here, where we were telling you to move the player. Move the player. Alright, we've already done that. We're still going to want sheep. We're going to move the player. Too far. Sorry guys, but we kind of need your beds. Alright, things need to move. That's got to be somewhere else, that's got to be somewhere else, that's got to be somewhere else. But before we do the trading, where are you? There you are. This will help a little bit. what I need to do is break this down. The villager helped out a little bit. We now have 40 bread, which, yeah, okay, I guess. We know we're going to be needing that soon. Pressing X. Now we got to open this up and move that. Good enough. Move the pig meat over there. Oh, it's done. Well, while we get disappointed in finding out that we're not going to be able to move because it's only going to throw mountains in our faces now. Look. The air conditioner makes really weird noises. And pressing the button might mean pressing the button. Pressing a button. Nice jump. Glad the jump button does nothing. Place, place. There. That'll hold us safely. It's time for dryer phase. Will the dryer make it through? Let's find out. Now we're back. It's dryer phase. If you remember how it used to be, the thing sounded like a tank starting up and then it got quiet. It's not making a ton of noise anymore, and this is just a horrible mountain. Okay, we missed the jump button. Alright, let's... Wow, it actually made the jump. Alright, things are getting a little bit better. We made it right in that little slot. That's even better. That was a failed jump. Get rid of that. Okay. Well, I put the belt on, so we know it's probably not gonna... Things are gonna probably go wrong. And I've rotated the drum and made sure everything was okay. we make the boots? Yes, we did. Some things it equips on its own, and other things it doesn't. Bad jump. I did what I wanted. I think it's just I'm hoping it's just that it's a new belt and it's... Another village. We're probably not going this way. Good thing we stopped when we did. Move the player. That's a noise I didn't like hearing. Of course that's a useless building. How else would this go? Why do I have a feeling I'm going to be in the laundromat soon? I tested the thing. There shouldn't be a problem with it. Hopefully it's just breaking in and not breaking. Oh yeah, that's the useless building, so... Okay, over here. Close enough. Over here. Nope, we want bed. Bed. It's making a little less noise now. Nothing of importance. Yeah, we can move the player. Move the player. Yeah, we can move the player. I have not had any helpful things yet. Alright, I think I've done this one already. Yeah, I do not have anything for you. Oh, wait a minute. Let's check our bed count. Okay, you know what? We'll leave that there so it... Wait a minute. Where's the boat? We lost the boat? I guess we lost the boat. Boat. chest boat. Okay, that's useless building, so... I said, I hope it isn't going to snap. Because, I mean, I literally followed the instructions. We're going to move the player. No, we're going to take a bed. Take this bed. Pressing a button. Pressing a button. How about the stick? Ooh, speed zone. Now the smell could be, you know, I also vacuumed the thing out. It might have got some lint where lint shouldn't be. There is a fire extinguisher in the basement. I don't know if it's any good or not, but... hoping good enough that, God forbid, we need it. Of course not. Nope. And there's no way to jump this, so we're just going to wind up in the water. But now we'll get into a legitimate speed zone. Yeah, that right there. Of course, this is going exactly in the wrong direction, but alright, now it's going somewhat less in the wrong direction. Now we can head in still the wrong direction, but it looks like it lets us go to the right direction. to the 7640 kilometer block. Finally. Alright, it seems this way may be better. Alright, so bed, not where I wanted it, but any moment now. Alright, got a decent opening here. Alright, what does this look like? Well, I'm heading towards the shallowest part, which happens to be the part where the water goes the deepest into. Okay, how about moving Claire? Ooh, that was a pretty good run. One of those noises I didn't like. I'm just hoping it's just breaking in and not breaking or breaking into pieces. Like I said, I tested it out. I ran it a few times and it was fine. But we need more of this. Okay, keep going. Yeah, it'd be easier to get off over here, I guess. Made sure the belt was also not twisted, which it isn't. And like I said, I ran it a few times, and it was perfectly fine. Although every now and then it seems to quiet down. Maybe it's just slightly not aligned perfectly, and it's seeking its center. Oh, bad. Base, board, good. That was good. Barely into the 7640 kilometer block. We are not exactly making a ton of progress. Sound like the plastic ring that matches up to the door when you put the drum back together. Yeah, it's just unsettling that it sounds perfect as can be, then all of a sudden it's making a weird noise. Alright, let's just... Yep, up. Yep, move the player. No, don't do that yet. We can reach the boat. Yep, brake. Again, this is not one of our better restarts, but we are making headway, and that's the important part. Oh, we're at minus 96, so I mean... Well, of course, let's fill in now. go. And we'll just continue this because there's more coal. It seems to be getting dark, so we might just want to end this little charade at this point. Yeah, there's more coal there, but we need to make for safety at this point. Oh, good. Exactly what we didn't want to see. Well, that was not necessarily bad because we lined up with another tree and we were able to make that. I was not sure what that was, so I did not want to just jump right in. It looks like we have a river going in either direction. Of course, heading away from the boat. If those drowned were here, we would have been in big trouble. Of course, we're still looking for white sheep to, even if we do have plenty of beds like we do now, because we get those shortages where we have a full set of beds, and then we don't have any more, and we rely on the sheep and the wood. We try to get 63 wool, so we have the perfect amount to make 21 if we need it. Yeah, there's not going to be any winning in this episode, I guess. I don't think we've made any progression, really. Suddenly it just moved. Which, hey, we've set up so that it didn't hurt, it actually helped. Well, that could be bad. Took a blind faith jump there, which is a very dumb thing to do. Oh, a little too much there. Sounds like it just might be that plastic ring that goes up against the door. Yeah, they're both babies. We don't do that. They don't give us anything if we do kill them. Of course, as soon as I say something, it gets a little louder. Why not? Hoping it's just some minor misalignment. Did have a hard time putting it all back together. But like I said, a million times I tested it, even ran it a few times before using it. And verified no issues. And it does this to me. Alright, that's not really worth doing. Alright, good. Heading back in the direction we want to go. But we see some sheep, so off. Yeah, we hit the button. did not go as planned. Will this be a regrettable decision, or am I finding one that's correct? Sometimes I screw up and I do find the correct one. I see sky there, so... Alright. Either that or it was a short stint on land. Alright, let's see here. Looks like it continues that way. Place. nice jump. I pressed it twice. Neither time did it accept a command. Alright, so I'm between blocks here. Could use more. Jumping. Oh, okay. Usually going between the mountains is bad, but in this case, not so much. And there's a village. These are kind of useless, though. Kind of. It's hard to tell which ones are useful or not. Yeah, see, that one's not useful. And this one is, because it has a bed. Did I get that one? Yes, I did. So I got the volume low so you don't go deaf listening to this. But it comes at the cost of me being able to hear almost anything at all. Jumping. Nothing. And we can't get that block anyway. Yeah, this is pointless. We rammed it into shore. We lost the boat. Another boat vanishes. Once again, boat, chest boat. Wonder if you can put, I haven't read, but I wonder if you can put boats in bundles. It may figure into plans past the 8,388,608 point. Alright, it's a loss. And we almost lost another one, but that landed on a half block increment, fortunately. Wait a minute. Turn. Turn. No, okay, not what I thought I saw. Yeah, I did see it. That should be pointless. Yep. Turn. Actually, let me board right away. At some point, this is going to be a thing of the past. All the glaciers are going to be in regular ocean water to match the Java edition. So I want to enjoy these speed moments while we can still have them. Let's just go over here. About where I'm swinging. All right. Pressing buttons. Move the player. Nice jump. Glad the jump button didn't work. How about the sword? Nice jump. Glad you decided to swing the sword again, glad you decided to swing the sword instead of jumping. Overshot. Still too far. Move the player. about we replace? Oh, more sheep. Yeah, we're actually somewhat lined up with it. Break. Move the player. I mean, some of this is definitely slowing down our progress as well. Once we get to 63 wool. Over here. Oh, that didn't work exactly. That didn't work at all because the jump button likes to not do its job. Okay, we can't go that way. Move the player. No, we're not ducking, we're moving. Oh, well, if we didn't do that, we might have still been moving. Too far. Move the player. Break. Nice jump. Glad the jump button did nothing. Alright, that's not a portal. I thought it was. Thought it was an end portal there, and we can move the player. Move the player. Whoa. And suddenly we just rotated. Oh, this is not good. Not what I said. I'm touching right there. No. Well, this will be a little better. And we'll just take this first hut as a safe spot. Wish I had some emeralds. You know what, I'm not 100% sure on that house now. I'm gonna play it safe and not touch that bed. And we're not extremely in dire needs right now. Jumping. Wow, it'd be nice if I pushed jump and jump were to happen. Well, it just does it on its own, I guess. Break. Alright, the noises are quieting down a little bit. The game stutter kind of messed me up there. Jumping. Yeah, we're not stopping for everything. It's kind of why our progress is lackluster. And we're going to go this way because jumping. That time it would have helped if I actually were on target. And that wasn't much of a risk because we saw, kind of like that, we saw where it was going to end up if we fell. Yeah, those clunking noises sound like the metal and plastic ring. And I know that it didn't go back 100%. The player. Okay, now move the player. Nice jump. I swore I broke this. Well, I guess I didn't. Move the player. Okay, how about move the player? Jumping. Might want to do that now. Well, could have been worse. Nice jump again. We're not that desperate. Oh yeah, we grabbed a bunch of course it's got to be off to the side. Slow it goes. It used to be wicked fast when pressing the button. It needs to not be in that position. That can go there, that can go there. This can fall through the world because what other way would it work? Oh, there. Go. Alright, so long as we do this, we're good. We can... Yeah, I was literally pressing the swim button. $70, $80, $90, $76.50. I'm surprised. Especially how lousy things have gone. Yeah, I mean, we have to do a lot of things to keep from dying, or to keep progress moving, so we know things that hurt that. Alright, it's getting a little too dark. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 more sleeps. Move the player. Move the player. Just move the player. Why must we fight this? I'll jinx it, but I'll say it doesn't seem to be making noise now. Probably because I leaned on the thing to see how much time was left. And it forced something back in line. You can almost stop relying on the raw meat now. We have a full stack of bread plus a little more for a second. Although it'd be really comfortable, it'd be nice to at least have a stack and a half of full bread. This ocean will help us get a little closer to the 7660. You never know. The game could get cooperative all of a sudden. But then again, like I said, we have to stop and kill stuff to make sure that we have what we need to make it through. And it's somewhat more earlier on in order to set points here. Has not been one of the smoothest restarts, though. I'll go this way. Oh no. Well, it's not going to last long. Or at least what I could tell. And jump. Nice jump. Okay, we're going to do some little regression. Not much. This might be enough. How about we actually make progress instead of micro-jumping? Okay, we're going to have to go backwards again. Nice jump. Hitting that tree lined us up with that sheep. Thought I saw another one. Get rid of the junk. Too much yaw. This is a pretty okay. Well, we had a pretty good run, and then doesn't want to do that anymore. mistake. That's not what I thought it was. Thought it was a cliff. Alright, let's just done a bed. Place pressing. Only 17 wool. So 2 more sleeps to go. 3 more to go. 3. That just went on forever. Bored. Felt like it went on forever. Nothing. And we don't have a tool to mine that gold block, so... right into the slip. Usually have to fight it. That's why we aim down in these thick grass areas, so we could hopefully better see anything coming. And of course, to keep the momentum going, if we're dropping a block or two, and of course we REoL when we overestimate, is we jump when dropping down a couple blocks. Alrighty, let's see what we got here. I don't think we need too many beds, although we could use more hay bales. Nope. One bed. Break. Yeah, we don't need too many beds, but hey, more hay bales. We'll go with the larger stack over here. Alright, we are in. We're not going to go after the small set. This puts us in a good spot. Yeah, 45 and 64, that's pretty good. That's what we were aiming for, somewhere around half stack or better. Now, we got plenty of beds, so... move the player. Nope. Open door. Nope. Chest. Couple extras. I wish we didn't need them. Okay, how about moving the player? But this is not a death sentence. But we're gonna go over here. Go over here. Dave Grohl it there. Alright, close enough. Place. Eat. Well, this seems like it's going to be a close call. They almost always seem to be. Sometimes failing, though. Alright, I don't see any land showing up. Oh, we do over there. I think this is as much as we're going to take it. Two sleeps to go. Once the sun hits the horizon, then we can sleep it. Alright, so one more continuation, and then the next one is we're done for the day and for the week. Get another speed zone? Yeah, that's gonna help. Although it doesn't always work that way. Most of the time it does. This way. Alright, yep, better. Turn. Trap. I hate when that happens. Especially when the frame rate slows. It suddenly just seems like the screen just simply goes black. But then I realize, okay, yep. That one block gap that you can see. Just when in doubt, hit the bail the boat button. Pretty long frozen ocean. That's definitely helping us get to our goal. Of course, we had to stop and let the world generate in so we can see where we're going. And it's physically generated. And if you pay real close attention, sometimes it reveals itself that the geometry is all there. It's just, there's no graphics on it. jump. Jump. Oh, come on. Jump. Break. Why is it the pickaxe? And we got a pit over there. We got to avoid. Whoa! Oh, that was bad. You know what would help right now is if we had some golden apples. We don't have... What? Oh. I think. Break. Not sure we're able to break it. Nope, don't want that. Alright, so this is our final run before we... Oh, okay, come on, move. Yep, I knew it. The game found a way to kill any progress. Place. Alright, there seems to be a village. Alright, we're not in desperate need of beds. We're good with food. We're just looking for smithies if they exist. Which I did not see. So of course we failed to get there because it has to throw mountains everywhere. You can't just let the progress happen. Nope, not interested in that. Over here. Break. Yeah, we're not going to move. Break. We're not going gonna make it, so let's just try to at least get the move to be as easy as possible. Nice jump. And that was actually a nice jump. The game messed up and actually did it. Alright, it looks like we're pretty much done for today. We failed to make it, no surprise there. So, 7,658,821. This is One Way. George F551 saying, hope you enjoyed. Have a good one.